Let's talk about xanthan gum, which is a natural polysaccharide gum that is used mainly as a thickener in skincare, and it works very effectively in tiny amounts. It can also be used to make clear water-based serums or thicker water-based gels. Now, it's not an emulsifier, so if you are using an all water-based formula, then it will thicken up the water phase into a serum-like texture. It does have a tendency to clump, so it's usually recommended to disperse it into glycerin, propanediol, or propylene glycol before you add it to your water phase. There's several different types of xanthan gum, but stick to xanthan gum soft from cosmetic suppliers. It just produces a better skin feel and less clumping. So today I wanted to show you how you can easily make a nice serum with water-based ingredients or water-soluble by using xanthan gum. It's pretty easy, and we're going to be using some naturally occurring preservatives, mainly because I want to test them out and see how effective they are and how long they are effective for in this type of formula. So we're going to be using luicidal, which is radish root ferment filtrate, and amside coconut, which is lactobacillus ferment and coconut fruit extract. It's best to pair these two together as luicidal doesn't protect against yeast and mold. So I have not personally used this combination very much nor really tested it, so that's why I'm going to use it today in this formula. If you remember in this video, I used G-Side Cap 7, which is another more natural-based preservative, which is still holding up today. The only issue with it is it doesn't do well in thick creams. It does better with more polar formulas that are water-based, so keep that in mind if you're going to use it. So that formula does have some separation, but it passed the 2-month mark with the microbial testing, which is great and surprising. But I'm not going to dwell too much on the ingredients in this video because really you can choose whatever ingredients you want in this formula as long as they are water soluble. So I chose to do a simple hydrating serum. I used a blend called Fission Hydrate, which you can find on Lotion Crafter, which is a blend of water, sodium PCA, wheat amino acids, panthenol, glycerin, and sodium hyaluronate. I also used panthenol and a product called Dermal Moisture Complex, which is on Formulator Sample Shop. It contains aquaporin 3. Don't ask me to explain it because somehow it increases moisture in the skin barrier, so I'm going to use it. All right, let's get started and let's look at the formula. Now, you definitely want to wear gloves when making this. I didn't because frankly I just didn't feel like it, and I'm really just making it to show you how in the video. So if making this at home, wear gloves and that will help keep everything clean. I did a 2-ounce batch because I wanted to just make 1 bottle size of this. I didn't want a ton of it. Supplies you're going to need are a scale, a jar to mix it in, spatulas or mixing utensils, and a pH reader and dropper bottles. We're going to start with our water phase and add our sodium phytate to that. We're actually going to add all of the ingredients except for the xanthan gum and the glycerin. We're going to add that in last. Next, we're going to add our Fission Hydrate and our green tea extract. After that, we're going to do our Dermal Moisture Complex, and next is our luicidal and amside coconut. Now we're going to do our xanthan gum in a separate container or bowl and our glycerin. And then we're going to mix them together very well until it's smooth and the xanthan gum is fully mixed in. And now we're going to put that into our water phase and hand mix it in very gently, because if you mix it really vigorously, it's going to make a bunch of air bubbles. And you will see it start to thicken up pretty quickly, which is nice because we don't have to use an immersion blender. And the texture is really smooth and not too thin, but thin enough to be serum-like. And oops, I almost forgot to check the pH. So the pH wasn't that high, so I'm just going to add a few drops of the sodium hydroxide solution to bring it down and mix it in. Now that the pH is good, you can watch me struggle to get this into a bottle. And man, my patience was definitely tested tonight. If you go extremely slow while pouring it and just do a little bit at a time, you won't have the issues that I did. But eventually I got it all in there. And this is what it looks like. It's got a thicker texture, and this is about 24 hours later. You can see it's fully settled and it's come to this milky-ish kind of color. And the skin feel is really silky and soft. It rubs in really easily and it dries pretty quickly. So this came out really nice. It's a really simple, easy hydrating serum that is flexible. You can customize it any way you want. You can also use propanediol instead of glycerin and make this more targeting with, say, niacinamide if you wanted to. I really like easy formulas like this that are nice to use. So thank you for watching. Be sure to check out my Patreon, as always. This month we are focusing on serums and deep diving on all the different ways to make them. We are also doing a series for our small businesses that are just starting out, which I will be sharing the first steps to take when you are brand new and you aren't sure what you should be doing when you start a small business. So check that out if you want. Everything will be linked in my description. Please like and subscribe. And sorry if I sounded a little funny in this video. I had a really gnarly cold the last few days, so I am stuffy and my voice is scratchy. But thanks for watching. Please comment any questions you have below, and ta-ta for now.